Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. We're back from the All-Star break. Congratulations, everybody. We finally made it a few days, right? So great All-Star game, great home run derby. The swing off was pretty cool, although ratings were way down, so hated to see that. A lot of scoring in the All-Star game, which we normally don't see. Normally pitching dominates that end. Unfortunately, all of you that had no run first inning took a bath on that one. Hate to see that one out there. The All-Star game is something we lay off. We played the home run derby. Cal Riley got lucky to get through round one and then took off. So unfortunately, we weren't a big winner in that event. But, overall, happy to be on. We have the Open going on. The British Open used to be, now just the Open going on golf-wise. So a lot of plays in that. Round one was pretty good. That's been exciting so far, as that normally plays like overnight out here. So we get early morning, afternoon, all that kind of fun stuff. Anyway, Major League Baseball show today for Friday the 18th. We got a full slate of games, as we should have. We're back at it. Three full days going on this weekend. We got some interesting series going on as well, and Major League Baseball teams trying to be as annoying as possible to all the sports bettors out there and can't even put out a freaking starting pitcher, which definitely taints things a little bit, moves it around. So we're going to, if you're new to our show, first of all, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams in Major League Baseball that we play our bets in: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. That's where we're going to be. We will give you plays throughout the entire lineup. They are leans necessarily on those, so I'm telling you straight up where we put our bets, right? The rest of them, we got to, obviously got a wealth of baseball knowledge, but it's not anything we're personally putting our own money behind in there, so kind of take that as you will as on it as well. But we'll have a lot of fun. We'll go through the whole slate. We'll go through, see what's going on. And we're going to see the second half of baseball get rocking and rolling as we're about, 2 weeks away from the trade deadline as well. So this week coming up here is extremely important. I think this next 10 days, especially this weekend and all of next week, for a lot of teams that are kind of on the fence, whether they're buyers or sellers. That's you, Arizona Diamondbacks. Be a seller. You're not going to compete for a World Series this season. Please, you've got 3 guys that need to draw you back a bunch of guys, and that's if you don't want to get rid of Merrill Kelly. There could be 4. But there's teams out there like that need to get with it. They need to extrapolate as much as they can for the future. Pirates are another one, but I don't know who they really – Mitch Keller, I guess, is on the block. If we talk just a few minutes about trade deadline stuff, the Orioles, if they can get a bunch for Trevor Rogers, I think he's got to be out there as well. There's all kinds of teams kind of around that point. Royals, right now, the one thing that they have strength in is starting pitching. If you can grab a boatload of prospects for Seth Lugo, Waka, Lorenzen, I think you got to make deals there. I honestly do. Like, there's some teams that definitely need to focus on the future and bringing guys up to replace those guys, see what they've got, and make runs for the future. The trade deadline can get you rich. Just ask the Cubs on Pete Crow Armstrong, right? Over trading Javi Baez. Okay, that was a no-brainer. I mean, you can get guys like that this time of the year, but you need to get on it. Like, don't haul around. When you have an opportunity to go for it, you go for it. If you really are legitimately a World Series contender, not a team that's barely going to somehow scrape into the wild card, but a team that can actually go for it. You had a good first half. You need to add some more weapons. You need to add some pitching. I mean, the Cubs are going to go for it, right? Sandy Alcantara, I'm sure he's going to be right there. Or Zach Gallen, some pitcher that's not good or not that has not had a good year Anyway, let's get started with the show. First game's up Friday afternoons at Wrigley. It's the only day game in baseball. I know everybody and their grandmother is going to want to be on it here. Cubs and Colin Ray, Lucas Giolito, and the Red Sox. So a Cubs-Red Sox matchup's always a lot of fun. At Wrigley, 2:20 Eastern time. Cubs a favorite here. They should be there at home. Obviously, a little bit better record. Red Sox versus right-handers haven't been great, but the Red Sox were hot going into the break. So the question is, probably the worst time a break could come for them as they were kind of running. Alex Bregman back in the lineup brings a little bit more stability to a lot of those rookies, helps lengthen that lineup out as well. Lucas Giolito, by the way, this season, I'll be honest with you, except for like 3 starts, has been absolutely fabulous. Did the Red Sox figure him out or help him out? I don't know, but they were awesome. He's been really good, except for like 3-4 starts, and he's been really good over his last 5-6 starts. He hasn't allowed over 2 runs in any of those starts. Now, Cubs offense at home during the day, maybe a little bit different here. And he's a right-hander, thank God, because if you're facing if the Cubs face a left-hander, we already seen what's happened to them. The only left-hander they've hit in the last 3 months has been Max Fried. But in this game here, we've got a ton of plays as the Cubs are one of our core 4. So let's give you all the plays in this one here. Cubs money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Cubs over 4.5 team total. Cubs money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Then we've got Bush and PCA, same 5 bets apiece. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, and 3+ total bases in that one there. Next game up, we get over to the 6:40 game, White Sox Pirates. Falter versus Cannon in this one. This game in Pittsburgh. I'm going to be really honest here. Pittsburgh at $1.60 favorite makes me want to crawl back in my skin. As bad as they have been offensively. Now, I know the White Sox on the road have been god-awful. They haven't been much better at home as of late either. But $1.60 favorite, to me, that's a ton. If you're looking for – there is no way I can play a team that's towards the bottom of the standings and play him as a $1.60 favorite. Even if Paul Skeens was pitching in this spot, $1.60, $1.70 favorite is still a bunch for the Pirates. So this game here, White Sox plus 0.5 run, first 5. White Sox plus 1.5 for the game. Also, the total in that game is 8.5 with 2 teams that struggle offensively. So probably under 8.5 in that one. Also under 4.5 the front 5. And Pirates team total should be at 4.5 in this one. That is a definite underplay as we've been basically fading along the way, the 3.5 number. So you're going to get it at 4.5. Even better. Under 4.5 team total for the Pirates. Now, the Pirates have had one home series where they kind of exploded at home. It was against the Cardinals. I don't think we're going to get back to those times here. The Pirates are probably figuring out their best trade partners coming up here shortly. Next game up, 6:45 Eastern time. Padres at the Nationals. Soroka versus Dylan Cease. And no surprise here, Padres about $1.50 or so favorite. Total 8.5. Dylan Cease has not pitched well in a while. And I'm not predicting it's going to happen on this Friday. The Nats at home are better than they are on the road. To be really honest, the number we like probably more than anything else in this is the total. I think the total definitely has some good possibilities here. You're looking at a total of 8.5. Pretty low scoring for a Nats game, which their bullpen normally bad. Now, the only issue is the Padres offense has been extremely inconsistent. Are the Padres actually going to show up as the team they possibly could be? Is Jackson Merrill, Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis, Luis Ariz, Cronenworth, Gavin Sheath, are all these guys finally going to contribute to put some games together where they can score some runs? No time like the present, right? Over 4.5 runs, first 5 innings in this matchup. Over 8.5 total for the game. Next game up, Angels and the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo going for the Phils. They're a $2 favorite here. No surprise. 6:45 Eastern time frame game as well. The Dodgers, or sorry, not the Dodgers. My apologies for saying Dodgers. The Angels have no starting pitcher yet announced. Not a, just like half the damn teams in Major League Baseball. And was recording this, 18 hours plus, or even 24 hours for some of these games out there. And they can't, bother to be, bothered about putting a starting pitcher out there for all the lovely sports books that do nothing but, support Major League Baseball, add revenue to Major League Baseball. Just a thought. Just a thought. You know, teams, they do help pay for stuff at your stadiums. Your sports networks as well with FanDuel. FanDuel TV on a lot of those, like your TV contracts. You think you can help out the sports books? Anyway, enough bitching about them on that one. This game here in particular, Phillies $2 favorite. They probably should be here. Luzardo has not been bueno, though. And Angels actually on the road are better normally than they are at home. So, what do we think? Do the Phillies figure out how to start scoring runs consistently in the second half or not? Yes, they do. Phillies minus a half a run, front 5. Phillies minus 1.5 of the game. I think they definitely can come out and start stomping away here. Somebody's going to come out of this National League East with the win. Is it going to be with the division crown? Is it going to be the Phillies or the Mets? Phillies, I think, definitely on paper. But can the Mets keep up? We don't know. We shall see in that one as well. Next game up. 7:07 Eastern time, 4:07 out here in Phoenix. Giants and the Blue Jays. Justin Verlander, Chris Bassett. So Giants on the road, they're much better at home, as most teams are. They can't seem to score as much. Toronto, they had a tough series going into the break, but Verlander hasn't won. I mean, how do you not pick Verlander? I mean, how do you not pick the Blue Jays in this spot? I'm kind of – I'll be really honest with you. I'm kind of confused that, Verlander 0-7 for the season, has not picked up a victory yet here. And the Blue Jays only $1.30-ish favorites here. This one's pretty simple for us. Blue Jays money line, first 5 innings. Blue Jays money line game. Also, Vlad Guerrero, look for him for some hits or hits, runs, RBIs. Verlander, if take a loss, is a little bit too pricey. Verlander over 2.5 earned runs. Excellent opportunity there. Blue Jays over 4.5 team total. I think all those play well in this game here. Next game up. We've got the Reds and the Mets. Sean Manaea for the Mets. Nick Lodolo for the Reds. So the Mets starting to get a little pitching help as guys starting to get healthy. Sean Manaea, who did pitch before the break, just barely, now is back, starting role. It's probably going to be a little limited. Wouldn't be surprised there. This is a chance for the Mets too. And I assume the Mets are probably going to try to add somebody here before the break. They normally do. If they've got any assets to play with at all, they're going to go for it, as a lot of the bigger market teams do at this point. To be really honest, with the way the Yankees are down a little bit, if the Mets can figure out how to win the NL East, and the Yankees continue to, do the electric slide down the standings a little bit. I mean, this could be a perfect opportunity for New York to kind of take the Mets to take over New York, at least this season. So excellent opportunity here. We do like the Mets. We think they're going to, Sean Manaea, get something done here against Lodolo and the Reds. Reds had a little problem at home with Colorado before the break. We like the Mets in this spot. Minus a half a run, front 5, minus 1.5 for the game. Also money line for the game. It's not overly expensive there. Expect some right-handed bats. We're expecting a little Pete Alonso action, maybe Mark Vientos in this one. Also, Mets over the team total, I think, has an excellent chance there as well. And that one also might look for L.A. De La Cruz. Maybe he can pop off 2+ total bases in there if you're looking for something on the red side. Next game up, A's and the Guardians. 7:10 Eastern time frame. Sears against Cicioni in this one. So the A's, the A's offense is a lot of fun to watch. Wilson, Rooker, Butler, Soderstrom, the youngster Kuntz, and the A's got, I'll be really honest with you, their 11th pick in the draft, Jamie Arnold out of Florida State. He's probably going to be in the big leagues by next year. So they added another piece at the draft. I think they can help him. Going into his college season, he was probably the number 1 pick consensus-wise. And, unfortunately, injury slowed that down a little bit. But, I mean, they got another one, a guy that should have been in top 5 to drop to 11. Congratulations, Sacramento A's, I guess is the correct term these days. And to be really honest here, The Guardians kind of going the wrong way here. Guardians are $1.30, $1.40 favorite. I think the value is really with the A's. Is the Guardians can't outpitch the A's, no question about it. But the A's offense definitely better than the Guardians offense. Give us the A's plus a half a run first 5 innings. A's plus 1.5 for the game. And look for the A's over their team total. If you can grab it at 3.5, even better, but 4.5 is playable in this one as well. Next game up, 7:10 Eastern time, Royals and the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara, who we mentioned earlier, probably might be the worst starting pitcher in baseball this year, but is available on the market. And I'm sure the Cubs are probably going, woohoo, we're going to get him. Yeah, if it would have been 3 years ago, fabulous. He's been fantastic pitcher in the past. Cy Young Award winner. He's been good. He has not been good this season, folks. There's not a point this season where he's been like, you thought he was going to turn the corner, or you thought he was going to make a difference, or if it was going to be different. It's been the same thing every damn start this season. Gives up three runs. You know, it doesn't have great strikeout stuff. The Royals offense was putrid for the first half. In fact, the worst offense in Major League Baseball. But I think they can score some runs off of Alcantara here, as everybody else has. So in this one, the Royals are a slight favorite here on the road. Doesn't bother us in the least. We love the Royals in this particular spot. Royals money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over 3.5 team total. I will tell you this, it's starting to get a shade juicy at 3.5. So if you're wanting it, you better get in now. Don't wait, because it'll be 4.5 before game time. As everybody wants to bet the over, make sure you get ahead of it. Royals money line first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Then Bobby Witt and Vinny Pasquantino, same 5 bets apiece. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases. Next game up, Yankees and the Braves. No starting pitcher announced for the Yankees yet. Down in Atlanta, they didn't even have to leave the All-Star break, right? Strider for the Braves. This game at 7:15 Eastern time. Game pretty much toss-up on the line, as we don't know who the starting pitcher is going to be yet for the Yanks. If they announce one, whatever. Strider's been a little, how do I put this? Strider in years past, and this is before the injury, you weren't going to get a run off of this dude. Maybe you got 2 on a lucky 2-run bomb, a walk and a home run, because he laid a fastball or a slider across the plate that hung, but you are not going to get it. This year, since coming back off the injury list, he's been hittable. He's had some games where he's looked really good, and he struck out a bunch of guys. He still has really good stuff. He's just not quite as sharp as he's going to be next season. I'm going to give you a hint, everybody in the NL East. You better catch the Braves. You better hop on the Braves this year, because they are going to get better and better. They got young pitchers. They've got definitely a lot of talent in the lineup as well. This is the year they're not going to make it. If I'm the Braves, I'm looking to sell pieces. I want to build that farm system that's normally extremely strong, even stronger. But this is the year you got to get to the Braves. Now, the Yanks, let me put it to you this way. I don't think they're going to win the American League East unless something drastic happens for them by the trade deadline. Pitching-wise, they don't have enough. Offensively, they're so reliant upon the home run ball. Now, the other problem for the Braves is they're very reliant upon the home run ball as well. That's the issue in this one. So, to be really honest, no starting pitcher yet announced for the Braves. For the Yanks, I'm sorry. We'll take Strider in this one. This is not go play the whole damn play the mortgage. This is a slight play and slight lean here with the Braves. Braves money line first 5 innings. Braves money line for the game. To be really honest, until we know the starting pitcher for the Yanks, don't really know on what to play bunch-wise, batter prop-wise. Strider, if you can get him at 7-8 Ks, probably worth the play at that point. Wouldn't play him for 9+. But I think the Braves get started off with the win here. And for the rest of them, like I said, National League East, you better keep the Braves while they're down. They will be back with that potent lineup that they have. Next game up, 7:35 Eastern time at George Steinbrenner Stadium, right? We got the Rays and the Orioles. So this series is, this season-long series between the Rays and the Orioles has been pretty fun. There normally has been a lot of scoring in these games as well. Taj Bradley, Charlie Morton in this one. And, the Rays going off as a favorite here. Slight one, real slight favorite, but they haven't been that great at home. And they major slide going in to the All-Star break. This is a team that should be 15 to 18 games over 500 and it isn't because of their bullpen. Their offense has been good. Starting pitching's been solid, but their bullpen has really let them down. So they don't have let's put it this way. They have a couple home run hitters. Caminero, who was really good at the home run derby. Let's give him props for the youngster. Getting to the finals there. And then, they don't really have another big time home run hitter, right? Now, they do have some good hitters. Brandon Lowe, Josh Lowe, Daniel Lowe, whichever one, there's like 3 or 4 Lows there, right? We know Brandon, one of the better second basemen out there. Yandy Diaz has been good. Magnum's been decent. Arenada's been really good for them this season. They got pieces. They've got good pitching, even though they're missing a bunch of dudes on the injured list and throughout. It's been the bullpen. But the Orioles, I have a feeling, are going to screw their whole season up by actually starting to play well. Right after the All-Star break, they get closer to 500, and all of a sudden they think they're in it, and then the wheels fall off in August. Kind of what we anticipate here. We like the Orioles in this particular spot. They hit Taj Bradley normally pretty well over there. Gunnar and Ryan O'Hearn have both had excellent careers against them. So Orioles money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Orioles over 4.5 team total. Orioles money line first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Gunnar Henderson, Ryan O'Hearn, same 5 bets apiece. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, and 3+ total bases. Next game up, 8:05 Eastern Time. Rangers at home. Patrick Corbin on the mound. Reese Olson. Yes, I didn't mispronounce it for all of you that wanted to get on my rear end the last time Olson pitched. Reese Olson versus Patrick Corbin. National Patrick Corbin Day? I think so. And the Tigers are a favorite here on the road. Reason being record for the most part. Corbin wasn't that great going into the break. To be really honest, I don't expect him to be that great coming out of the break either. He had a really good couple months for Corbin. First couple months of the season, he started to deteriorate as the seasons went on. Not a problem he's pitched much better than he did in Washington. The Nationals prayed for Patrick Corbin type stuff that he did earlier in this season. Like I said, Tigers a slight favorite here. The one thing I really want you to pay attention to is the total in this game at 8.5. First of all, this game's in Dallas, right? The ball goes there, and the Rangers do score at home. And not only that, but do we think the Tigers aren't going to get anything off of Corbin and that bullpen that's god-awful for the Rangers? The Rangers' offense has been not great this season, right? They're probably bottom 10 in the league. Their offense, though, normally, which has been the staple of this team for a while, has been the reason why they struggled in the first half. We do like a lot of runs in this game. I think you're getting a gift at 8.5. Over 4.5 runs, first 5. Over 8.5 for the game. Patrick Corbin, over 2.5 earned runs allowed. Also, Reese Olson, over 2.5 earned runs allowed. We expect to see runs early and often. Wouldn't be surprised if we see an 8-6 game here or 7-6, something to that effect. But we do like a lot of scoring in this particular game. If we had to give a slight lean anywhere, it would be the Rangers. That would not be something we play, by the way. That would just be a slight lean. But we think we're going to see a lot of scoring here. We would definitely focus on the total front 5 and focus on the total for the game. Next game up, Twins travel to Colorado. This should be a fun one, right? At 8:40 Eastern Time. Rockies and Kyle Freeland. Chris Paddock, the man that gives up a bunch of home runs anyway. Woo! Twins and the Rocks. 8:40 in Denver. This should be a lot of fun in this one. If you like offensive baseball, this might be your game here. Twins are about $1.60 favorite. Not necessarily in love with the Twins with Paddock at $1.60 favorite. I understand it's the Rockies, but it's still a road game. He's still a fly ball pitcher. He still gives up a lot of home runs. There's opportunities galore here. I think if you're looking to watch a little bit of the long ball, I think there's going to be all kinds of opportunities here. Byron Buxton going against a left-hander. How do you not like that one, right? How do you not? And by the way, he's 1-for-1 with the home run against Freeland. Little Royce Lewis, another guy to go against a left-hander here. I focus on the total, I think, for us on this one. Rockies-wise, against Paddock, a couple different guys. I mean, Goodman's in the lineup. He's always solid. Beck, another guy for the Rocks. But definitely total at 10.5. I think this is another one you're getting a good steal on. Over 5.5 the first 5 innings, over 10.5 for the game. And let's see, Twins probably over 5.5 team total. 6.5 is kind of pushing, but like I said, you should see some bombs here. Wouldn't be surprised if this game is 9-7, 9-6. We see just a little bit over a couple touchdowns in this one here. Next game up. Cardinals, D-backs, 9:40 Eastern time in Arizona. No starting pitcher yet for the Diamondbacks. What a shocker. Who are we going to see? I don't know. Poliente pitching for the Cardinals. This one, to me, is one of those games here. This, in my opinion, for the D-backs' future, this is an extremely important week. They need to lose 6 or 7 in a week. Hazen has to be shown that they can't compete. Otherwise, they might stay pat. But, I mean, Eduardo Rodriguez contract ain't going nowhere. No one wants him. Zach Gallen, obviously. Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez has basically been linked to the Yankees now for about a month. I hate to see Suarez go with his 31 home run season so far, but if he can grab some prospects for you on the way back, you've got to make that trade if you're the D-backs. You are not going to compete this year. You're not even going to be second in the West. I don't know if you got enough to get past the Padres or the Giants, and they haven't been playing that well. And that didn't even take into effect what we're seeing out of the Dodgers. Now, when you look at the NL East, do we think the Mets or the Phillies aren't going to make it? No. So one of those teams is a wild card. And then the Cubs and the Brewers, the Brewers have been playing excellent baseball. I think one of those two teams is a wild card as well. There's 2 wild card teams gone. Now, out of the West, we've got a 3rd wild card team to come in yet, right? So, and that's between the Giants and the Padres down there. How do the Diamondbacks think they're going to be viable here? They're not. But they will figure out a way to screw up this week. That is typical of them. Poliente has not pitched that great, but we do like the Cardinals here as a dog roll, not necessarily money line. The value we believe is on the run line in the front 5 and run line for the game. So Cardinals plus a half a run first 5 innings. Cardinals plus 1.5 for the game. And when it comes to bullpens, it is night and day difference. Cardinals have one of the better ones out there. Diamondbacks have one of the bottom 5 bullpens out there. If this game gets to late innings, great live action would be the Cardinals. If this game is tied with 2-3 innings to go, get your rear end on the Cardinals. Next game up. Let's see. Let's go to 10:10 Eastern time frame. We got 2 games left. And we'll get to the Brewers and Dodgers first. No starting pitcher announced for either side yet. Let's just make this even more fun, Major League Baseball, as we don't know who the hell's pitching for what. Now, Brewers just beat up on the Dodgers at home. I think the Dodgers are pretty much going to return a favor here. I think offensively they get a few things going. I think this resets Mookie Betts, to be really honest, and he has the second half that's going to make up for his less than stellar first half. Let's just put it to you that way. We do like the Dodgers in this spot. We don't have a lot of stuff we can love in it yet because no starting pitcher announced yet, but we do like stuff. We do like what we like here. We think the Dodgers offense is going to rule, and they're one of the better home teams. Dodgers money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over 4.5 team total. Dodgers minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Also, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, same 5 bets apiece. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, and 3+ total bases. Then we get to the final game of the night. Astros at the Mariners, National League West matchup. So it seemed like the Astros had a little bit of letdown after they swept the Dodgers in LA. Then a little bit, but the Astros, for as many injuries as they've had this season, and they have had a ton of them, right? Whether it's been pitching, hitting, Even Hunter Brown had a couple bad starts heading into the break. They're still figuring out how to lead the AL West. Castillo versus Walter here. Hard place to hit in Seattle. Now, bullpen-wise, do we not think the Astros bullpen is better? It is. Starting pitching-wise in this matchup, Walter hasn't been that fantastic last couple starts. But we like the Stros as a dog. I think you get a lot of value here with the Stros as a dog. You're telling me I can get a run and a half? And a lot of times these games between divisional rivalries like the Astros and the Mariners are going to be one-run ball games to boot. So Astros plus a half a run, first 5 innings, plus 1.5 for the game. I think you got 2 excellent value plays there as well. All right, so we got through the whole slate of Major League Baseball. If you like the content you're seeing here and want to see some more, we'd love to have you along for the ride. All you need to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on. We'll show up in your follower subscriptions tab. Or make life simple for yourself. Turn on the notifications for that social media platform. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets, which gives you plenty of time to match us up with your bets and give you the ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. Few things as well. We do have all of our plays that we have on our Google Sheets. You'll find those at the end of a channel page on YouTube, as well at the end of every episode on YouTube as well. It's a link to our Google Sheets, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Just click on that link, go to the Baseball 2025 tab, scroll down to July 18th. You'll be able to see all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, also what book we placed them at. Also, you like our player prop stuff? All of our research done at propedge.io. Fantastic site out there to give you the advantage on player props, not only for baseball, WNBA, NBA, college basketball, college football, NFL as well. Propsedge.io. I also will have a link in the comments section for you guys to check that out. It is not free, but if you're wagering a couple $100 a month with wagers, and you like player props, you definitely need to be there. You're playing daily fantasy, same thing. They're going to let you know. They're going to help sort out all the player prop bets that are available. Juice, but best book it's available at. All those kind of things. Like I said, propsedge.io. Also, private Discord channel available for all of you out there. We give out like all these baseball bets. They already have them on the Discord channel. Also, they got golf bets, WNBA action, all that kind of fun stuff. Formula One, when that's going around, you get all the information early. You get to ask questions. There's a couple 100+ members on there also chatting back and forth about what wagers they've taken or some parlay that they like or whatever it may be. All that stuff gets posted, plus another couple cappers post their picks in there as well. Great value, $50 per month. The link is in the comments section. WHOP is the checkout to get on there. If you're wagering, it's one of those things, again, if you're wagering a few $100s a month, it's $50 worth of it. Not only are you getting all of our bets early and often and stuff we don't put up for public consumption, you're also getting educational value. You know, if you paid to go to school, which most of us did, this is the school, right? So we can explain to you why we came up with this, why we came up with that, all that kind of fun stuff. It's there and ready for you. On our Discord channel. Like I said, just go to the comments section of the YouTube episode here, and you'll see at WHOP.com. That is our checkout link. Once you're in there, we'll get you over to the Discord pronto to get you set up. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.